This is Backstories by Motor Africa. Motor Africa is a mobility technology company building technology for vehicles. The Backstory series is a place where we get to tell stories of products that we've built and basically how it works, reasons why we've built it, and also how it works. So today we're going to be talking about the car subscription business, which is my garage, the driver edition for ride hailing. So we're going to be talking about car subscription for ride hailing, the driver's edition. So if you're a driver looking for a vehicle to lease, to offer services on the ride hailing business, and then this particular podcast is for you. So if you're a driver looking for a vehicle to rent or lease for ride hailing in your city, then this podcast is for you. We expect that you should, as a driver, obviously, we expect that you should have a valid driver's license. If you have a driver's permit, I think driver's permit is that document that road safety would give to you if your old driver's license had expired. So they give you a temporal driver's license. Yes. So if you have a temporal driver's license, we can accept that during the course of your registration. Another requirement from you for your registration would be contact information of 3 guarantors, of which one has to be a relative that is resident in the city that you intend to rent this vehicle from. Then we also expect that you should have a civil servant who is who works for government from level 8, that is also resident in your city as well. So the trick about the guarantor thing is, even if it's a primary school teacher from level 8 is fine. So some persons just think that civil servants are just people who work in ministries. You can have someone, so anyone who's been paid in government or paid by government, and it's from level 8 and above, it's fine. Then we would also need contact information of an individual who works for a reputable private organization in the same city that you intend to rent a car from. So if you have all this contact information, have them handy because we require them during the course of your registration. Then we will need you to have a valid utility bill. Utility bill can be your PHCN bill payment or waste disposal payment. So the fastest way to get it is maybe try and pay for your NEPA bills or PSCM bills using OPay, PalmPay, those app companies that will probably show an address. We will need that as your proof of address, and it has to be valid within the last 3 months. It's very important. Then we'll need a full-length photograph of yourself. We would send you a terms of agreement for drivers that you need to go through. When you go through them, read them carefully, print them out, fill them in your handwriting, then sign on each of those pages, then scan it back into PDF alongside all these other documents like your driver's license, your full-length photograph, your utility bill. Put all of them in one PDF. Then the contact information of the guarantors that I had, the categories of guarantors I had mentioned earlier. Once you have all of this information, then get ready to start your application. Once you submit your application, the driver verification team obviously will go through it to be sure that all the information on that application is correct. Then they would send guarantors form to your guarantors via email. So your guarantors are expected to also print out these documents, go through them, fill them with their handwriting, submit their government ID card, their NIN ID card, a full-length photograph of themselves as well, scan them into PDF, then send it back via the same email that sent them the initial document. So once they do that, the verification team will go through those documents to be sure that they are correct. Then they will contact you via an email. So when they contact you via an email, you'll be required to pay a token for physical guarantor verification. So once you pay that token, the driver verification team will visit your guarantors to confirm their addresses, their work addresses, and also confirm that they're the ones who filled the guarantors form and submitted. More like they agree that they're standing in for you or for as a guarantor, for this particular program. So once that physical verification is completed, then we would require you to create a wallet account. A wallet account is a wallet account where when a vehicle gets assigned to you, that wallet account is where you're going to be making all your payments. Yeah. So once that is done within 24 hours, then you're going to be added onto a Telegram group. It's in that Telegram group that you will be able to receive, notifications of vehicles that are available within the city where you are resident. Now, there's another thing I need to mention to you, right? Our driver program for ride hailing is designed such that we will match you with vehicle owners that are residents in the same local government as you are. Yes, it's very important. So you can't be living in Ikorodu and be driving someone's car who is in Ajah, for instance. The cars that will be matched to you, or the cars that you can only apply for, will have to be cars that are listed in Ikorodu. Yes, it's just for easy management. Then there are two packages that we have for leasing. The first one is called the basic plan, aka the daily plan. It's a plan where drivers can pick up vehicles so drivers will be matched to vehicle owners in the same city where they are resident, and these drivers will pick up these vehicles in the morning and return them in the evening. So that plan does not allow drivers to have full access to the vehicle, right? And and it's so flexible that you can negotiate the rates with the vehicle owner, and likewise the timing as well. So you can say things like, oh, I'd like to be picking it up at 6 a.m. and returning at 10 p.m. and this is how much I'm willing to pay. If your customer allows you till 11 p.m., it's open between both of you, negotiating as far as that is concerned. It's very flexible, and the rates are actually they are cheaper, which means that drivers are not paying as much as the second plan, which is the premium plan. And then the premium plan is the plan where the driver has access to the vehicle 247, which is the very popular plan that people already know for those who have driven for ride hailing. So the vehicle is with you 247, and then you make your payment every week. So both plans, both the basic daily plan and the premium plan, all payments are made weekly. So for the premium plan, the pricing, the weekly rental fees are quite high. And that's because you have full, control over that vehicle. You can walk at the time where you want and things like that. So it's quite pricey, just for you to take note, basically. Then as it comes to maintenance, it is structured such that the driver handles operational repairs. Operational repairs would be repairs around the suspension system, fuel pump, exhaust system, and basic electronic consumables, changes of basic, like all the changing of bulb and stuff like that, responsibility of the driver. Then the vehicle owner handles oil change and also wear and tear. Wear and tear on the vehicle is handled by the vehicle owner. Yes. So it's quite straightforward. And the reason why we're doing this is because we realized that, or the reason why we came up with this product is because we